I know I'm about to ruffle a lot of feathers with this video. Like a lot. A lot of people gonna be upset. I might get a couple people that unsubscribe, but it's the truth, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking nothing away from the French Bulldog. I love the French Bulldog. I own French Bulldogs. Personally, it's one of my favorite breed of dogs. So, why the French Bulldog necessarily might not be for you. As you guys know, I breed French Bulldogs. I had a lot of experience hands-on with these dogs. And I'm just going to tell you straight up. Reason number one, you might want to avoid the French Bulldog if you do not have patience. Because these dogs require a lot of patience. And when I say patience, I mean patience, like frustration, because they're very sensitive. Some of them have skin issues, and it can frustrate the owner. I mean, the frustration can be overwhelming to the point where it's kind of like, oh, I'm just ready to be done with this, because you don't want to see a dog go through certain little problems as far as their skin issues. And it could be such as it's nothing personally wrong with your dog. Sometimes their body is more susceptible to small changes. So it can be the dog food. You've been feeding them this dog food, and then all of a sudden they just up and flare up. They skin flare up into hives, and they break out, and it's very frustrating. So what do? You know what I'm saying? You run them to the vet. The vet gives you some topical cream, and it's not really working as effective as you want it. Or they might give you some steroids that knock it back out. It's cool for like a couple months, then whoom, it flares back up. So it's gonna take a lot of home remedies, or like, not all the time, but just a lot of monitoring them and making sure that, you know what I'm saying, you're doing everything on your end, not for none of their allergies to flare up. Because I mean, you'll spend a lot of money, a lot of time if you try to figure out the root cause of their skin issues. It can be a number of things. So don't even, it can go on and on. I mean, you could think it's the dog food, and it can be the grass. Sometimes I done even found out that some of these dogs are actually allergic to other dogs. It's crazy, because you like, what? Like, how can a dog be allergic to a dog? But yeah, some dogs are allergic to pet dander. So that's just one thing that you want to highly consider before you think about purchasing a French Bulldog. And this is not to throw shade on anybody or anybody specific line of dogs, but I do notice with the pie dogs, those are the white dogs, variations of white, where they're mostly white, and they might have patches of black, like, or they're all white and their head might be kind of black or tan or brown. The pie dogs, I see it's so common skin issues. I don't know what it is with pie dogs, but still, I love pie dogs. I think they're some of the best looking dogs to me. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people gonna be in the comment like, what do you mean pie dogs? They got lilacs and merles and chocolate and Isabellas. I love pie dogs. That's just me. I love pie dogs. Reason number two, you might wanna not purchase a French Bulldog, or stay far away from French Bulldogs as you can. If you can't deal with the clinginess, they're very clingy dogs. Not all of them, but most of the time I find they're clingy. They like to follow you around. They have a little bit of separation anxiety, where if they can't get to you, or, well, it starts as a puppy too. So I mean, if you set boundaries for your dog as a puppy, then when they get older, eventually they're gonna be able to know how to just go off into their corner and do their own thing, chill out, catch a corner, sit down while you in the kitchen getting dinner ready or watching TV. They ain't going. But if you baby them and hold them all the time as a puppy, and you got them in your lap all the time, and you doing everything with them, eventually you got to understand it. That's what they're going to be used to. So as they grow, they're going to implement that in their everyday routine, and it's going to be a part of their needs and necessities. I can't get in mommy or daddy lap today, and then they're going to be off in the corner, frustrated, tearing something up, because they didn't get that adequate amount of attention. So you definitely got to monitor that as a puppy and control it. I mean, it's hard to control it. These dogs are like, they're part of your family. They're cute, they're cuddly. You want to keep them with you all the time. But you gotta set boundaries for the dog. Like if you don't want the dog coming in the kitchen while you preparing supper, or coming in the kitchen at all. Personally, that's just me. Coming in the kitchen at all. You have to set those boundaries. So no matter what, if the dog is come across a certain boundary, hey, get back. Get out of here. No, get back. You have to do that. And you got to implement that on a daily, especially with French Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, not all of them, some of them are very easily, they pick up on stuff. They're smart. They know how to manipulate a lot of situations. So you got to nip that in the bud early if that ain't what you want. If you don't care, you cool with your dogs roaming freely around the house and doing God knows what, hey, more power to you. This is the third thing you might want to consider before purchasing a French Bulldog. And I think this is an important one because this can lead to you just being done with the dog altogether. Like just saying, I can't do it. Nope. Somebody just get this dog. So that's gonna be their selective hearing. Like these dogs, they, like I said before, they can manipulate a situation. When I say manipulate a situation, and they're not very trainable dogs. And I'm not saying that, I'm not speaking down on the breed because I have French Bulldogs. I'm speaking from experience. I know these dogs are not trainable. They're stubborn. They have their own personality. You can train them, but it's going to take a lot of work. And when I say work, excessive work. Like all the time. It ain't gonna be no, oh, we doing a little couple postures and we're doing a couple boundary training. We not coming out of these boundaries and I'm gonna give you a couple snacks and you're gonna be good. And tomorrow when I say come here, you're gonna come. I wish. It don't work like that. You gotta constantly drill with these dogs. The ones that I've seen that's like in tip top mental, like stay, go in your kennel, like on command on it. These people are working with these dogs on a regular basis and they're implementing this stuff every single day. They're not straying away from it. It's always maintenance training because these dogs, they have their own personality, and that's a unique thing about this breed is they're very opinionated in a way, if I can say that, without them speaking. Some of them will. Like some of them, you do stuff that they don't like, and they'll growl and bark and take their head and nudge you, and I mean, you know what I'm saying. So, but they're very opinionated. Like you taking them out. Let's say we taking Max out, and these dogs are friendly. Like they're not like your protection dog or your guard dog. So my neighbor would be coming out to leave to go to the grocery store or whatever they're doing, and they come out, the garage go up, she stop, she plant, she look at me, she looking at the neighbor, and she like, I gotta go say what's up. I'm like, you better not. I gotta go say what's up to the neighbor. And before I notice it, pew, she gone, shoot off. So, and that can be very frustrating. And yeah, I know people gonna be in the comments, you're supposed to have your dog on the leash all the time. It's the law. I know, but man, a 20-pound little dog, man, come on, I'm not, and I got 4 or 5 of them, bro. I'm not finna be out there with 10 leashes and then I got a 90-pound bully. No, bro, it's not gonna happen, So those are just, personally, that's one thing that it does take some time. Now, I have seen people, French Bulldogs, full trained service dogs. And the dog was on point. He talking about go to bed. The dog just look at him like, you sure? Yes, bed. Dog will get in the kennel. He ain't even got to lock the kennel. Dog stay there on command, won't come out, won't move. He put some food in the bowl. The dog is right there, not moving. Put the bowl down, get the dog to command. Come eat. Dog come right out the kennel. Go to the bowl. Don't even eat. Go to the bowl, sit down, look up at the owner. Eat. Then he eat. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I just haven't seen success with it. I get my dogs to do little stuff and I got so frustrated. I'm like, man, I'm not fit to I can't. I can't. I love the breed. I love the dog. I take you as you are. I take your flaws. Because before I sit here and stress myself out trying to teach you how to do 1,000,001 things, I just don't have the patience. But I love the breed. I love the companionship that they offer. That's one thing I love about my Frenchies, the companionship. Number 4, this is not a cheap breed by far from even purchasing your first dog. And I'm not saying that because I breed them. When I say an expensive breed, it's kind of like, okay, like I went back to the food issue. They're skin sensitive. So, and breeders, it's certain breeders out there. I can't think of none off the top of the head that I know their name, but it's some breeders out there who's breeding like the Floodles and the Frenchie mixed with poodle where they're hypoallergenic. Some of the velvets, I've heard mixed things about the velvets where they got like a horse coat where they shed. Some of them shed, some of them don't. Some of them shed, some of them don't. But the Floodles, I've heard very good things about those dogs. They're hypoallergenic, which means they don't shed. They don't have a lot of the allergy problems. They just basically took the poodle skin, hair, and put it into the Frenchie. So those genetics are more dominant. So you're not gonna have a lot of the shedding and a lot of the skin issues. Kudos to those guys. Of the barrier of entry to French Bulldogs might not be feasible for a lot of people. And so I would tell people, don't go put your, because I've seen people go in financial trouble to purchase a Frenchie just to say they got one. At the end of the day, they're nice. They're you want what you want, you pay for what you want, but sometimes we figure out a way to pay for what we want and it may not be the best financial decision for us. Because I've seen people purchase these dogs and then they wipe their bank account out. Boom. And then a couple weeks later, the dog is, oh, my dog broke, my dog cracked his leg jumping off the couch. He fell down the stairs. Now you got to put the dog down because you don't even have enough money to pay for his injury, pay for the medical bills. Or you neglect it and try some little home remedy and the dog ends up suffering. So, these dogs are a high dollar item. Not in all cases. You got some breeders, they'll show you some love. Like, hey, bro, I've done it for people. You know what I'm saying? I've done it for people. Like, this the last one. 5th reason. The safety. And when I say safety, I'm not talking about the dog biting you. I'm not talking about this dog biting another dog. It's sad that I even gotta bring this up, but I mean, if we being honest, that's the world we live in. People rather take than go work their butt off and go get what they want to eat, the right way. So you have to be careful with these dogs. And people already know these dogs have have good value. They're gonna get something. If they don't get nothing, at least they can say, hey man, I got me a nice French Bulldog. Because this dog is the popular dog right now. Like, if not in the top 3, if not number 1, it is in the top 3 of most popular dogs. And we can argue that down. Y'all can let me know in the comments if you feel any kind of other way. But the French Bulldog is the popular dog right now. And people know that. So what I'm saying, so it's almost like you gotta think about it like, oh, would I walk down the street through a not so nice area with my Rolex on, my Cartier bracelet, and my Gucci bag? No, you wouldn't. So you gotta think about it like that too. Your dog is like one of those high ticket items. People will pull up on you. You can go search yourself. Go look on the internet. There's videos out there where people's pulling up, gun out, taking people dog. Like, you seeing it. People getting robbed at gunpoint for their dog. And that's crazy for a dog. Like, when there's people out here, shelters out here giving dogs away. But you know what it is? Because it's a high ticket popular dog, the French Bulldog. So it can, and either, I'm gonna tell you like this, anybody who take their dogs out, they know exactly what I'm saying. These dogs will attract the right attention. Well, I ain't even gonna say the right, but sometimes they'll attract attention, period. And then sometimes they attract the wrong attention or unwanted attention. Like if you got something to do, somewhere important to be, you push for time, and you think, oh, I need to go run over here, make a couple stops. Don't take that dog with you. Oh, can I pet your dog? Oh, he's so beautiful. People gonna come up to you, they're gonna talk. It's a conversation piece, is basically what I'm saying. Those dogs are conversation pieces. So people see you and when they want to talk, and everybody named mama got one now. So somebody's gonna have some, even if people don't have one, it's something about the French Bulldog that everyone has an opinion or something to offer to the conversation. Yeah, I see those dogs everywhere, man. You know, bro, I know. So that's my main thing is, man, just be safe with these dogs. Cause I done seen it broad daylight. I done seen it late night where sometimes you be like, why would they put themselves in that situation? And sometimes it's people just out moving around. And people like taking a dog in broad daylight with other people around. They not giving two, you know what I mean? They don't care. So, you know, and the scariest part to me is people coming to your home, your personal residence, kicking in your door to get a freaking dog, man. So, man, those are my top 5 reasons you might not want to get a Frenchie. Like I said, this is in no way, shape, form, or fashion bashing the French Bulldog. I have French Bulldogs myself. I love the breed. I think they're amazing. Ever since I came in contact with the breed and I got my first French Bulldog, I've been head over heels ever since then. But if you're okay with all of those things that I listed out in this video, hey man, good luck. I hope you find the dog of your dreams, and I can truly say these dogs are amazing. You're going to enjoy every bit of it. It's going to be some frustrating days, some frustrating times, but hey, for the most part, it's going to be more good than bad, man. So hey, to the next one, man. I appreciate y'all.